शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। वेलकम टू भगवद गीता first session. Last session was just introduction or orientation. That was orientation. So today we are starting our session. Bhagavadgītā, very interesting textbook. What it is going to deal? Why should I study the Bhagavad Gita? I am in a 21st century now. Technology developed a lot. Science is developed so much. Even we don't even know exactly the date when the Sri Krishna told to Arjuna, whether it was told really or not. Either I can prove you that Krishna told to Arjuna, or you can disprove that Krishna is not told to Arjuna. So either we prove or we disprove. And we don't know exactly how many years ago, because some people says it was happened 10,000 years ago. Some people says 5,000 years ago. But whatever it may be, most of them are agreeing it was happened. So now our point of discussion, whether it is happened or not happened, whether really Krishna told to Arjuna or not. But let us assume ourselves we are Arjuna now. A great Rishi, the Vyāsa Maharshi, wrote the Mahabharata. So from the Mahabharata, this is 700 shlokas are picked up and given as a separate textbook or separate scripture. So Bhagavad Gita is a part of the Mahabharata. So what I am going to get if I study the Bhagavad Gita, even though we have just little bit discussed in the previous session in a orientation, but as I am considering that today is our first session, so hence just briefly I will go back, then we'll move forward. There are two types of problems we are having. All of us having the two types of problems. One is called fundamental problem. The second one is called topical problem. Let us see first what is this a topical problem. The topical problem, I am hungry. I want to eat something. It is an issue for me. It may not be issue immediately, but if I am starving for 6-7 hours, definitely it is going to be issue. I am thirsty. I need to drink the water. If I don't drink the water, nothing is going to happen. Time being, but couple of hours, I may get dehydrated. Then it will be the problem. Correct? And if I drink the water, I can take care. If I eat the food, I can take care. These are called topical problems. You go to the office, there is some issue, And that issue, the moment when you solve that issue, one more issue is started coming. So you go to the office with morning one problem, that problem is solved. By afternoon, there is one more problem is coming. And that problem is also solved in another within 2-3 months. So that's what you all are experiencing when you are working, when you are going to the office, or when you are at home also. There are many issues coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. In fact, these problems should be there. These are topical problems. Otherwise, what is their life? Yeah, everything going on smooth. How you experience something, how you are going to enjoy the life. You will not even don't know that what is enjoyment if everything is the same monotonous. You don't know what is happiness, what is a sadness also. So life means there should be up and downs. Then only there is a beauty. Okay. So whenever we go up, we can feel, yeah, eureka. If something goes wrong, something. So these things coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. The problems are coming and going is not the problem. Please pay the attention. The problems are the issues which are coming and going are not the issues, are not the problems. When I am not able to handle them, then comes the problem. Listen very carefully. Problems are not at all a problem. Issues are not at all issues. Then what is the problem? What is the issue? When I am not able to handle that problem is the problem. When I am not able to handle that particular issue is the issue. Correct? Na? So in the office, when the subordinate is not able to solve the particular issue, then the higher level officer comes and he solves the problem. He says, hey, what is this? This is not at all a problem. But for this person not able to solve, he is facing so many problems, so much tension, so much things, so much BP is going up, heartbeat rate is increasing. Huh? All the changes are taking place in the psychologically, physiologically. Problems are not the problems. Issues are not the issues. Why I am sometimes the same sentence I repeat again and again and again, you know, there is a reason for that. Because I am trying to put that in your mind directly into that one. It should sit in the mind. Because in the future, as we are progressing, we will understand. Okay. So now, is it very clear? Problem is not a problem, issue is not an issue. When we are not able to solve those things, when you are not able to handle, there becomes the problem, there become the issues. Now, how can I handle those topical problems? When we can able to handle the fundamental problem, topical problems can be handled very simple way, very easy way. We don't even see that problem as a problem. So to live a happy life, never pray the Ishvara, oh Ishvara, oh God, don't give me any problems. Then you don't enjoy the life. How to pray the Ishvara, how to pray the God? Oh God, you give me any problems, no problem at all, but give me the strength to handle those problems. Understanding, when you understand the things, how we are, our way of thinking will change totally. Lifestyle will not change. Nothing is going to change outside. Everything will be the same. Our attitude will change. Our understanding will change. Our handling the things will change. So, oh God, you give any number of problems. I don't mind. But please give me the strength to face that problems, to handle that problems that we want. How it will come? When we solve the fundamental problem, we can able to do any other topical problem. Now comes the question. What is this fundamental problem? What is this fundamental problem? The fundamental problem is, I want to be different. I want to be different. What I am, but I want to be different. I am having something, I want a little bit more. Why? So that I will be something different. I am having the Maruti Suzuki car. Now let me have the BMW. Why? I want to be different. So that in the society, when I am going in a BMW, all my people, my friends can say, wow, I want to be different all the time. Whatever we are doing with one thing, I want to be different. The moment when you get up, you go to the in front of the mirror. Why you want to see your face in the mirror? So that I can correct my craft and everything. Why you want to change your craft? Because I want to be different. The way it is there, I don't want to accept. So let me change nicely, put some makeup. Why? I want to be different. I don't want to project what I am. I want to change something. So let me apply some creams, some powder, some deodorants. Why you want to wear the clothes? Because I want to be different. Wearing the clothes is not a problem. Everyone should wear. But why I want this particular cloth? When you go to a shop, you're buying the clothes. Any clothes you can just pick up and come na? No. I want this particular design. I want these stripes should be there. It should be, collar should be like this. The pocket should be here. You all know better than me. Why you want all these things? Because I want to be different. Why you want to be different? Because I am not ready to accept what I am. Take the second layer. Why I want to be different? Because I am not ready to accept what I am. Hence, I want to be different. This is called the fundamental problem. Inadequacy. I am not ready to accept what I am. When we are ready to accept what we are, I am not telling that you should not go in front of the mirror, you should not keep your craft in a very good. I never say that. You should take your bath, you apply the face, creams and everything. You should look good. That is not the idea. What we are discussing is the fact, the source, why I am not happy, why I want to be different. That is the idea. So in between whatever I am saying, this just for the examples to make you to understand. Otherwise in the tomorrow, in the next week, in the class, and don't come like everything just like that. Be neat and clean and sit in front of the camera, because another 25 people are looking at you, so that they can also see you as a beautiful smiling face. But understand the thing, okay? The vyavahara is vyavahara. The day-to-day transactions need to be done. That's what I told in the beginning. Problems are not the problems for us. Not able to handle the problems is the problem. That is our point. So I want to be something different. So for that, what we are doing? We are doing any one of the two options. We are in the two options. What are those two options? Number one, either I want to get something, or I want to get rid of something. In our life, whatever you are doing for only two purposes. Any situation, any incident you take in your life, the purpose is either you want to get something or you want to get rid of something. There is no third option. That is called, in the technically, sukha praptihi dukkha nivrittihi. So whatever I am doing for the sukha praptihi, for gaining the happiness, thinking that this particular object gives me happiness, hence I want that particular happiness. What is the other thing? Dukkha nivrittihi. I want to get rid of this particular thing so that I will be happy. In the teenage, when you look at your opposite gender, the moment when we see, wow, if I get this person as my fiancé, as my spouse, I will be so happy. After 20 years of living together, if I get rid of this person, I will be happy. Think about it. Only two options. I will be happy if I get this person or this object. After a couple of years, if I get rid of this object, I will be happy. For the same object, someone is waiting. Whatever you want to get rid of, someone is waiting, thinking that if I get this object, I will be happy. Someone want to sell the car so that they think I will be happy if I get rid of this car. There will be some person, oh, if I get this car, I will be happy. If the object itself gives the happiness to one person, if the object is giving to the unhappiness to the one person, is that really object is giving the happiness and unhappiness or something else? If that object itself gives the happiness, whoever is having that object should be happy. But one person says, I want to get rid of. Other person says, I want to get it. That means our happiness is not depending on that object. Our happiness is depending on the subject. So now, how can I find out that happiness within me so that I can able to solve all my topical problems when I solve my fundamental problem? Arjuna had the same issue in his life. Not only the Arjuna in the Mahabharata, every one of us having the same issues, the same problems in the life. No one is there without a problem. The only difference is someone looks at them as a problem, someone not looks as a problem. That is the only difference. It depends how you are going to look at it. So this is the solution is going to come to us. What is the solution? To solve my fundamental problem, there is a solution given by Bhagavan Sri Krishna in the Mahabharata to the Arjuna. I just briefed the things because why the fundamental problems are coming. There are so many stories regarding the problems we need not to discuss here. If we have to discuss this class exclusively for the problems, you need not to come to the Bhagavad Gita class. Sitting at your home itself, you can experience many problems. Going to the office itself is enough to experience many problems. Correct? So let us move towards the solution. This is from the modern way of presenting the topic, what we are going to gain from the Bhagavad Gita. Now let me go back to the tradition point of view also. In the tradition point of view, I have to start from the Mahabharata story. But I am not going to tell you the entire Mahabharata story. Just to cut short the story, there are two groups, they are cousins, belongs to the same one dynasty. Because of some misunderstandings, there are so many reasons, whatever it may be the reasons, finally they have to fight with each other just for the property issues. Modern times property issues. The only thing this time we are having the 200 square yards, 500 square yards issue, or 1 acre, 2 acre. Those days, some kingdoms to kingdom. That problem is still continuing. Only the geographically, the length and width is changed. That's it. Many people are fighting just for the lands, properties, artha. The same issues, both the brothers happen to fight with each other. So one group is called Kauravas, where there are 100 brothers. No family planning, 100 brothers there. 100 brothers with one sister, 101 they are. And other brother, he's having the 5 children. So both the brothers' kids are going to fight each other regarding the property. So one brother children are 101, 100 plus 1. Other brother children are 5. There is a tradition The tradition is in Indian culture, if someone is a king to a particular dynasty, particular kingdom, so by default, the elder son of that king will become the next king. Elder son of the king will become the king after this present king. That is a general rule. But every general rule are having some exceptions. What are the exceptions? If the elder son is there and also some other siblings are there, when the siblings are there, if the elder son having any physically defects, physically handicapped, so is loses the ruling the kingdom. So the two brothers' names, one is a Dhritarashtra, other one is a Pandu or Panduraj, known name. This Dhritarashtra is the elder son, is supposed to become a king of the kingdom. Because he is blind, he was kept aside. His younger brother became a king. First problem started, jealous. I am supposed to become a king because I am not able to see my younger brother, they made the kingdom. How will you be the situation? It's a common man, you think. Where you are supposed to become a prime minister and they say because you are having, you don't have the eyes, so your brother will become a prime minister or president. Just because you don't have the eyes. You are having all the eligibilities except eyes. This was seeded in the mind of Dhritarashtra. And he married, his wife name is a Gandhari. Second mistake. What is the second mistake? When this lady, very poised lady, very nice and very good lady, very dharmic lady, dharmic means all the virtues are there with this lady. But what she did, because my husband cannot see, is blind, so I also don't want to see. She herself blinded. Mistake number 2. What she would have done, my husband don't have the eyes, let my eyes be the eyes of my husband, let me take care of the things. What we do in our family? Oh, you are not doing, then I will also not do. Wife and husband in the family are brothers, how we will fight? These are the simple things. First time, you do, I also do. I do, you also do. You don't want to do, you are not doing, then why should I do? I will also not. Because you cannot see, na? Why should I see? I will also not see. Otherwise, tomorrow you ask me everything, what is this, what is that? Oh my God, big headache. Because this fellow cannot see all the time. Hey, my dear Gandhari, my dear honey, please come. What is that? Tell me. What is this? Tell me. Maybe she is very intelligent. She don't want to take care of all those things in the future phenomena, what is going to happen. Because this fellow will ask everything. And he says, let us watch the movie. And he cannot see anything. The running commentary has to be told by his wife, and he cannot see it properly. Maybe Gandhar is very intelligent, okay? She said, I will also blind myself. Mistake number 2. Then what happens when the both are blind and this seed is there in the mind, which is called jealous, and Gandhari became pregnant, and Panduraju, his younger brother, his wife also became pregnant. So next generation is going to come into the picture. In the next generation, whoever is the elder son, they will become the king. Again, remember. And in between, some dramatical story happened. The Panduraju, the younger brother, he got cursed by some other incident. He says, I want to give up the kingdom and everything. I am going to the forest. When there is no option, Dhritarashtra became a king. Anyway, he became a king. But not as a first option. Because there is no more option. Younger brother is given up the kingdom because of some other reasons. He went away. Then he became a king. Not by the proper way. Because he is not there, then he became a king. Now, one more issue is coming in the mind of the Dhritarashtra as well as in the Gandhari. What is that? Both are pregnant. Already in the previously, even though I am an elder one, because I don't have the eyes, I lost the opportunity to become a king. Now, if my brother's wife delivers first, she is going to become the king. That person is going to become a king. Then what happened? As they are thinking, the Panduraju's wife Kunti, she delivers a baby boy. This news comes to the palace, to the Gandhari, saying that Kunti delivered the baby boy. That means next successor came into the picture. And she is pregnant, she is not delivered. What she did, she forcefully got abortion. Hitting the pregnant, the womb, she got the abortion. The baby is not completely formed, came out. Then there is a doctors, the family doctors, Ayurvedic doctors, those days, and it became a pieces into 100 pieces. So they got those pieces, they kept in a particular pot. It is nothing but fertility. The first fertility center, recorded fertility center. So 100 parts they kept in every one piece, and they made properly. Then from the 100 parts, 100 babies came out after certain time. So the baby first who came is called Duryodhana. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because 100 names parents cannot remember. Just 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers are given. Of course, they are having the names. Now, because, please pay the more attention. These children, when they are in the mother's womb, Mother Gandhari had a thought of jealousy towards her co-sister and children of the co-sister. So whatever is there in the emotions, in the mother's emotions, will be carried forwarded to the baby in the womb. Very important point. So whatever the mother thinks, whatever mother behaves, everything, the emotions of the mother will be automatically transformed to the baby in the womb. If mother says, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't eat this, I don't eat that. When the baby comes out, when the baby grows, I don't like this, I don't like this. Because mother started telling when this baby is in the womb, baby is continuing. Nothing but it is like a software programming. So these 100 children, the seed is there with the jealous is only one thought. Because of this jealous, these 100 brothers, all the time, whenever they get a chance, they started hurting these 5 brothers. Even they tried to kill them. So cutting short the story, all the time these 100 brothers are behind these 5 brothers to kill them, to send them out. Then finally what happened, somehow in between some elders came, they solved the issue. Okay, we will divide the property into the 2 portions. You take care of this property, other person will take care of the other property. You, both of you, rule your properties. But this 100 fellows, this Duryodhana, in mind is very strong jealous. Somehow I should get that also. Why should I give that one to these people? So he calls them and they place a dice game with a cheating, and they lost the game. The condition of the game is whoever lose the match, they should go to the forest. 12 years they have to live in the forest, and 1 year they have to live in incognito. Incognito means you are living among the people, but no one should recognize what you are, who you are. If by chance, if someone recognizes any one of you among these 5 plus their wife, again you have to go back to the 12 years forest, again you come back 1 year. So somehow they lost the match. So they went to the forest 12 years. There also this Duryodhana tried many times to kill these people, but somehow they are survived. Then they did the 1 year incognito. According to the match rules, they went for the 12 years. plus 1 year. Now they came back. So according to the rules, they have to get back their kingdom. Whatever the kingdom they are ruling, they should get back. Now here comes the story. The Duryodhana says, I will not give. Then all these 5 brothers, they are having one smart brother-in-law, diplomatic brother-in-law, childhood friend. He is our hero, Krishna. Now he is Mr. Krishna. We will make him Lord Krishna after some time, but time being he is a Mr. Krishna. The most mischievous boy, the most diplomatic person. In the last class I told, everyone loves him. All the gods will have some weapons. This is the one god who don't have any weapon in the hand, only the flute. But his thoughts are weapons. More diplomatic. He know how to handle the people. And they sent this Krishna as a messenger to the Duryodhana Kauravas, requesting, give back our kingdom. Then he says, I am not going to give the kingdom to you. Then he says, at least give me the 5 cities. 5 brothers are there. Each brother will take care of one city. They will survive. He says, no, I will not give. Then he says, at least give me the 5 houses in a village. Each brother will live in one house. He says, I am not going to give the 5 houses also. Then he says, at least give me one 5-bedroom house. Because the 5 brothers, 5-bedroom house you give. He says, I will not give that one also. Then finally, Duryodhana says, I am not going to give the land. When a drop in needle, how much space it occupies, that much space also I am not going to give. You do whatever you want to do. Now just imagine, property belongs to you. If they are not asking the full property, whatever the property given to them by elders, they are asking that property. You are not giving the property and you are insulted. You tried to kill them many times. Now this Arjuna, so angry on these people, so much angry. The moment when you get a chance, you would like to just go and fight and kill all of them. Not only Arjuna, Bhima also is there. Another brother named elder to Arjuna, younger to Yudhishthira. He is also so angry. He is just literally waiting for a chance to just go and kill. That is the situation. Now the same situation I will explain in a modern way so that you will understand the Bhagavad Gita better, Arjuna's, Sri Krishna's dialogues better. Now there is a world football match is going on. World football match. Country A, country B are playing. Maybe the German and Brazil. I think these are the little more popular in the football. So German and Brazil are playing. They reached the final. I don't know exactly the players' names. So I will take some name, Mr. X. Mr. X in the one team, he became a friend to all the players in other team also. Now they both went to the final match. They given the toss, and the one particular country, say suppose German, the German country decided to play first. There is not like a cricket, play first. So the ball, I don't know who is going to hit the ball first. So they started at this particular time. Mr. X says, I don't want to play. Because the entire Germans are having the hope on this particular person. Because he's a very good player. He's in a form. If he is playing means winning is guaranteed. There is no chance to lose. At that particular time, he says, I don't want to play. After the winning the toss, after entering into the ground, please listen. After entering into the ground, this fellow says, I don't want to play. Do you have any health issues? No. I am very strong. Physically, I am fit. Mentally also fit. I don't have any health problems. I am very good. Okay, then why you don't want to play? In other team, whoever is playing, they become my best friends. If I play well, I am going to win. We are going to win. That means my friends are going to lose. Hence, I don't want to play. What you do at this particular time? In India, in the cricket match, even after entering into the stadium, even after playing their level best, if they lose the match, these Indian so-called fans of the cricket in India, they will go and destroy their house. That's what happens in India. Even after playing well, if they lose, these people will go and they'll throw the stones at their house, they damage their property because they lost the match. That too, if it is an India-Pakistan match, oh my God. Even after playing. But here, this player Arjuna says, after entering into the stadium, I don't want to play. Because if I play, I will win. When we win, they lose. My friends are going to lose. I don't want. Okay, fine. If you don't want to play, why you have not told before entering into the stadium? I would have taken some extra player. Why you are not told yesterday? Why you are not told before entering into the stadium? We are having many options. We are having so many players. You would have taken someone else. On the right time, right situation, Arjuna says, I don't want to fight. Why you don't want to fight? My people are there. My relatives are there. My friends are there. Slowly, this topical problem arisen in the mind of Arjuna. Now, where we have to do the treatment? When there is a problem, if you do the treatment to the problem, that is a temporary solution. Please make a note. Whenever there is a problem, if you do the treatment to that problem, it is a temporary solution. What is a permanent solution? If you treat the cause for that problem, if you recognize the cause for that problem, and when you treat that cause, it is a permanent solution. When we are having the headache, we will take a tablet. Taking the tablet maybe gives the relief to your headache. But my dear friends, your headache is not gone. The communication between your head and your sensors are disconnected. But the cause for the headache is still there. So headache is like a topical problem. The cause for the headache is called a fundamental problem. Now Krishna would have told him to Arjuna straight away, hey, what are you talking nonsense, all these things, come on, go and fight. There are many people are expecting so many things on you. What are you doing? All these things is not good. You just go and fight. You would have told. Of course, he told. In the second chapter, first two shlokas, as a Mr. Krishna, as a brother-in-law Krishna, he scolds the Arjuna and he tells. There he uses the word klaibyam. Klaibyam means lady boy. Like that he scolds. Just two shlokas. Thinking that this fellow will have some feeling, oh my God, the Krishna is saying me like this, if I don't fight, like a lady boy means neither man nor woman. Klaibyam word he uses, thinking that he will find, but still no. But Krishna didn't say anything else. He's just listening. So whenever, if someone comes to you with any problem, listen first. That's what happens in the European country, in America. So many psychiatrists, you know why? They don't do anything. Just they will listen. Correct? And you just to pay the money and you talk. They will listen. They take your dollars and they will listen to you. What a wonderful profession. See? You need not to do anything. Just to listen. Give your ear to them. And 1 hour, this many dollars. You keep the dollars and you talk. I will listen. Then after what happens? After 1 hour talking, you know, I got the solution. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for helping me. That fellow knows what did I did? I didn't do anything, just listening. But what the patient thinks, you thank you so much helping me. What happens here in the process of talking, telling, your ideas, your thoughts will be settled in a proper way. You will get the clarity. That is the idea. So we want to have someone to listen. So that is the reason what happening nowadays. We are having the pet dogs, pet cats. We talk with the dogs, we talk with the cats because they listen. They didn't need not to respond anything. So we can talk with them. Oh my dear Johnny, you are this, you are that. You know what is happened today, what is happened today, yesterday. All these things we will talk. This is also moving the tail and it listens. You feel so relief. No, it is a fact. I am not denying those things. I am trying to make you to understand the background of the Bhagavad Gita. Still, you can have your pet dogs, pet cats. You can talk with them. Nothing wrong. But what happens exactly in the mind when you are keeping on talking, ideas will be settled. For that, you need not to talk. Even though if you are thinking any particular issue, you will get the thoughts and things will be changed. The proper thought flow comes. That is the idea. So in the first chapter, Arjuna is keeping on telling, I don't want to fight. You know, if I fight, this happens. If I fight, that happens. All these things are discussed. Krishna smilingly, nicely listening. Second chapter in the beginning, he scolded the left and right in the 2 slokas. As a brother-in-law, as a friend and brother-in-law. There is no other relation up to there because they are very childhood friends. He scolded, but nothing happened. Why? So what we need to learn from here? If someone is doing something wrong, and if you think that is not correct, if you scold, there is no change. That's what happened in Arjuna. Then finally, Arjuna has to surrender to the Krishna. Hey Krishna, please accept me as your student and tell me what is good for me. Then Bhagavad Gita starts. So this is the another background for the Bhagavad Gita teachings. So on this Bhagavad Gita, there are 9 shlokas written by one of the great Mahatma. There is a no clear authority is not there. Some people says Madhusudanananda Saraswati name. Some people says Sridharananda Swami. We don't know who is exactly. That is the greatness in the Indian culture. That is becoming one of this also the drawback, because everyone writes keep giving the name of the Ishvara or the great person. They don't want to take their name. So it's like that. 9 shlokas are written on the Bhagavad Gita. These are called Dhyana Shlokas. So before entering into the Bhagavad Gita, I would like to do the Dhyana Shlokas first. So because the Dhyana Shlokas are very, very helpful. Dhyana means meditation. Meditation shlokas. In these meditation shlokas, we will get the complete background of the Bhagavad Gita and some more important information. So 2 in 1. The first shloka. Om pārthāya pratibodhitāṁ bhagavatā nārāyaṇena svayam vyāsena grathitāṁ purāṇamuninā madhyemahābhāratam advaitāmṛtavarṣiṇīṁ bhagavatīm aṣṭādaśādhyāyinīm amba tvāmanusandadhāmi bhagavadgīte bhavadveṣiṇīm. So the first shloka, it says Om. Om is an auspicious word. Pārthāya pratibodhitāṁ. For the Partha, this Bhagavad Gita was given. Partha means Arjuna. Arjuna's other name is Partha. So Pārthāya, for the Arjuna, pratibodhitāṁ. This Bhagavad Gita is taught or given. By whom? Not an ordinary person, not Mr. X, not Mr. Krishna. Hence, immediately it says, bhagavatār nārāyaṇena svayam. You know, by whom it is given? Bhagavatār. Bhagavatār means by the Lord himself. What is the name of that Lord? Nārāyaṇena svayam. By the Lord Nārāyaṇa himself given this knowledge to Arjuna. So why this is important? Because most of the time when you want to read any book, what you will see, hey, who is the author of that book? Hey, some author, hey, maybe some XYZ, no one knows this author. I never heard who is this author. I don't know whether it is good or not. No, none of my friends recommended me to buy this book. And first time I'm hearing. If it's a well-known author, wow, Swami Dhyānanda Saraswati. Wow, I heard about this Swami Dhyānanda Saraswati. Swami Vivekananda, I heard about Swami Vivekananda. Shivananda, I heard. Okay, let me just buy. Hence, this is mentioned here. It is not coming from simply from someone, Mr. XYZ. Bhagavatāṁ nārāyaṇena svayam. Next question. If it is told by Nārāyaṇa in the form of Krishna to Arjuna, who wrote that time? You told it is a battlefield. Battlefield, no one take with the eye. Those days there is a no iPhone, so that okay, you are telling something, let me switch on my mobile recorder. Okay, you talk. There is a no recorders, and they have not taken any notebook and pen. Then how it was transcribed? Is Arjuna transcribed afterwards, or Krishna himself transcribed, or who transcribed? Vyāsena grathitāṁ. It is transcribed by, it is written by vyāsena. Now, one more question comes. Vyāsa also is there in the Mahabharata war? See, these days, I am sitting in India, you are sitting in a different countries. We can able to see each other, and when I am talking, you can listen. When you are talking, I can listen. Just because of this internet and Zoom app, nothing else. Like this, those days already it was there. The only difference is we cannot use our mind to see everyone, to talk with everyone directly. For that, we are using a system, we are using the internet, we are using some app. But those days, everything is available in the mind itself, which you can call telepathy, communicating between the two people without any instrument. This fellow will be thinking, that fellow can understand. Hey, what you are thinking, this sometimes it happens. This is not a miracle, it is a simple thing. With any person, when you are tuned well in the family or in your relations, when you are thinking, when you say suddenly they say, hey, I am also thinking the same thing. Same idea came to my mind also. It is a tuning. It is a tuning. So this Vyasa Maharshi is having so many powers. Not only he is having the powers, he can able to give the powers to others. That's what he did. He went to the Dhritarashtra before the war. He asked, hey, my dear Dhritarashtra, war is going to happen now. You are a blind person. By birth, you are a blind. If you want, I can give the what you call this telepathic eye, like a CC camera. I put the CC camera in the war. You can watch here. I will fix in your mind. If you want, I can fix that one. So sitting here, you can see everything, whatever is happening there. Not only you can see whatever is happening at present. If you want, you can go to the fast forward. Sorry, backwards, not the forward. You can go to the back. Yesterday, day before yesterday, what happened also, you can go back and you can see. That power is there. If you want, I can give it to you. Dhritarashtra says, already from the birth, I am a blind. Now I don't want to see anything, but I want to know everything, whatever is happening. Hence, can you please grant that boon, this telepathic eyes, to my minister Sanjaya? Vyasa says, okay, I will grant it to him. So hence, Vyasa can give the vision to the someone else. So Vyasa is sitting somewhere else in his meditation. He can see everything, whatever is happening. He can hear every minute thing. So that is the vyāsa. Okay, he is having only that power. What else is there? Purāṇamuninā is not an ordinary person. He is the one who segregated the Vedas into the 4 sections. One who wrote the aṣṭādaśādhyāyinīm, 18 Puranas. For example, if you are absent one of the class, say suppose it is not a online, it is a live class. We all are coming and attending to one particular place. One day you didn't attend the class because of some reasons. Next day when you come to the class, you want to take the notes from someone. From whom you would like to take? You will find out who is the one in our class who takes the notes better. Let me find out. Excuse me, can you please share your notes with me? Yesterday I was absent. You will try to take from the best person only, na? To whom you think who writes the best notes, that person only you would like to ask. The same way, this vyāsa, even though it is told by Nārāyaṇena to the Arjuna, but written by the vyāsa, vyāsa is not an ordinary person. He is a great Mahatma, great Rishi. That is the idea. That means the intensity, the importance, the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita is most important. Number 1, given by directly Nārāyaṇena. Second one, written by the vyāsa. Vyāsa don't have any other work to write whatever he wants. No. Very important things, very useful things only they will write. That is the idea. Okay. Hey, where he wrote madhyemahābhāratam. Next word. In between the Mahabharata. Okay. Hey, what this Bhagavad Gita is going to give it to me? If I study, what I am going to get? Then Acharya says, advaitāmṛtavarṣiṇīṁ. Varṣiṇīṁ. Varsha means a shower. What kind of shower? Advaita shower. You are going to become wet in the shower of Advaita. Advaita means oneness, where there is no difference. That means when you study the Bhagavad Gita, you are going to develop this amrita. Amrita means immortality. This immortality, that amrita is going to shower on us. Advaitāmṛta. And what else it will do? Bhagavatīm aṣṭādaśādhyāyinīm. So Bhagavad Gita is considered as a mother. So Bhagavatīm, oh mother, Bhagavad Gita. How many chapters are there? aṣṭādaśādhyāyinīm. There are 18 chapters in the Bhagavad Gita. Then Bhagavatīm means it is like a saying that not only the mother, like a higher grade is used, like a superlative degree, mother. Amba means less mother. Tvam, you anusandadhāmi bhagavadgīte bhavadveṣiṇīm. You are the destroyer of the sorrow. You are the destroyer of the samsara. Samsara means the life cycle between the birth and death. That is called a cycle. So in between all the topical problems, fundamental problem is there. So because of the fundamental problem, topical problems. So you are the one who can help me to come out from the cycle of this birth and death, sufferings. Then next shloka, namo'stu te vyāsa viśālabuddhe phullāravindāyatapatranetra yena tvayā bhāratatailapūrṇaḥ prajvālito jñānamayaḥ pradīpah. Who is this vyāsa? Because it is written by the vyāsa. Now little bit more explanation given about the vyāsa. Namo'stu te, I do my salutations. To whom? To Vyāsa Maharshi, the great Vyāsa. Viśālabuddhe. What do you mean by the Viśālabuddhe? One who has a vast intellect, vast mind, not the narrow mind person. One who is a visionary. Then he says, phullāravindāyatapatranetra. Netra means eyes. You know how is his eyes? His eyes are beautiful like the soft petals of a lotus. Beautiful like a soft petals of a lotus. Why this example is used here, this particular simile? Whenever we see the simile, we need to know a little bit. This lotus leaf, even though it is in the muddy water, or if it is in the water, when you pick it up, it is not touched by the muddy water. Correct? So that means this Vyasa's eyes, the vision is not partial to anyone, untouched by the any likes and dislikes. He is the one who is presenting as it is, not because of the favor to someone or against to someone. That is the one idea. The second idea is the petals of the lotus is not like a small, like a neem leaf or tulasi leaf. The petals of a lotus is very big. That indicates wide eyes. Wide eyes means don't take literally physically, and immediately if there is an ophthalmologist, they says, oh, if the eyes are very wide, means there is some problem in the eyes, we need to check the ophthalmologist. That is not the idea. Idea is a visionary, can look at the things very minutely. That is the idea, because having the viśālabuddhe, vast mind, and eyes are very wide. That means he will not miss anything. That is the idea. He will not do anything partially for this person or that person. At the same time, he is not going to miss any minute thing. That is the idea. So, yena tvayā bhāratatailapūrṇaḥ. By whom? By whom means by this vyāsa, lighted the lamp of knowledge, filled with the oil of Mahabharata. Now, Bhagavadgītā is a lamp. This lamp is lit when you want to lit the lamp. Of course, wick is required. Oil should be there. If there is no oil, lamp cannot give the light. So, what is the oil? Mahabharata is the oil. So, with the help of the Mahabharata as a oil, Vyāsa Maharshi lit a lamp which is giving the light. That is the Bhagavadgītā. Now look at the third one. Prapanna parijātāya totra vetraika pānayi jñānamudraya krishnāya Gītāmṛtavarṣiṇīṁ namaha. The next, we said bhagavatā nārāyaṇena svayam, one who is given. Vyāsa is only the transcriber, like a script writer. Steno, in a simple words, is a steno. Vyāsa is a steno. But original master is Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Who is he? Prapanna parijātāya totra vetraika pānaye jñānamudraya krishnāya Gītāmṛtavarṣiṇīṁ namaha. Namaha, my salutations to whom? Krishnāya, to the Lord Krishna, my salutations. Who is he? Who is a wish-fulfilling tree. Prapanna parijātāya. Parijāta tree is a symbol of wish-fulfilling. Whatever you ask, that parijāta tree will grant the boons. So like that, this Krishna is become a prapanna parijātāya. And what else is there? Totra vetraika pānaye. Is not only the wish-fulfilling tree, those who surrender to him, whoever surrender to the Krishna, this parijāta tree, it will fulfill all your desires. That is a one. That is not only the quality of the Krishna, he is having the one more quality. If you surrender, if you are pleasing with him, if you are good to Krishna, Krishna will be good with you. If you do the virtuous things with the Krishna, he will do more than you. That is the Krishna. He can do anything. That is indicated totra vetraika pānaye, who holds a whip in one hand. In other hand, he is holding a whip, like a hunter kind of thing. If you are naughty with him, if you are trying to poke the Krishna, he will hit. And if you are friendly, he will grant. He can grant the things whatever you want, and he can punish the things. In another way, what we take, when we pray the Krishna, He helps us to move towards the right direction. At the same time, he helps us not to go wrong directions. If you are going the wrong direction, he will hit and bring it back, and he will give the boons to you in that way. And what is the other hand? Jnanamudraya Krishnaya. He is also having the symbol of knowledge in the other hand. This is called Jnanamudra. And Gītāmṛtavarṣiṇīṁ namaha is the milks, the nectar, that is the Gīta. Gītāmṛta, like a cow is there, that is this more commentary on this line comes in the after coming shlokas. So he is the milking the cow, that is the Bhagavadgīta. Now I will conclude with one explanation. Jnana mudra. What is the Jnana mudra? This is the symbol of evaluation. This is the symbol of evaluation. You look at any animal, no animal can touch the index finger to the thumb. Not only the index finger, any finger. You observe any animal, they cannot touch any fingers to the thumb. It is an evaluation. And the thumb indicates the Paramatma. Index finger indicates the individual self. And remaining three fingers indicates the Trigunas, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. In every one of us, these three gunas are there. So we need to go beyond these three gunas. Beyond the three gunas means don't cut your three fingers. Three fingers will be there, but I should not affected by the three gunas. They should be in equilibrium. So taking the index finger away from the three gunas, joining with the Supreme Self. That is the indication. This is called Jnana Mudra. I will be away from all the three gunas. So when you can be with the Paramatma? When you are away from the three gunas. That means when the three gunas are not influencing in you, then only you can be with the Paramatma. In another way, when you surrender to the Paramatma, when you join with the Paramatma, three gunas will not influence you. That is another idea. And the second point, when you look at this Jnana Mudra, it is a circle. Circle means it is a Purnam. What do you mean by circle? In the circle, you cannot find out which is the beginning, which is the end. So Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate. That is a Purnam. That is a cycle. So that is what does it mean, the Purnam? What does the means of the circle? Circle indicates the completeness. That is the idea. Circle is a complete. If you take a one line, there is a beginning, there is an end. So it cannot be complete. You can extend the line. If it is circle, can you extend the circle any more further? That is the idea. So that is a Jnana Mudra. So with this, we'll conclude today's our session. In the next class, I will continue the Gītā Dhyāna Shlokas. Then we will be looking at the Bhagavad Gita from the modern point of view as well as the traditional point of view. We will see how the Ishvara guides us. Okay. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaḥ, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat Om. Thank you everyone. Namaste.